Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to DK64 Randomizer.com Season 3 tournament. We are in Losers Top 8. Spike versus Barrie. Barrie with a dramatic win last night. Stays alive and advances into the top 8, and we've got loser of this gets 7th place. High stakes. You lose, you're out. Nobody wants that. And these two guys, they've been around forever. So we got a good, we got a good match on our hands. I am LaRocca, I'll be on the mic for you today, and I'm joined by Schwartz Gandhi, music extraordinaire. How you doing?
I am doing great. I'm glad to be here.
I did not realize you had 162 conversions. That is an outrageous number.
That number is a little bit inflated from Banjo-Kazooie conversions, but it's still quite a lot. It's still overall.
We take those. That's pretty spectacular. Yeah. Holy smokes. Speaking of spectacular, though, we got Spike and Barrie. These guys have been playing since Season 2. These guys have been around the block. And they've certainly put their fair share of time into Season 3. I think Barrie won like a Blitz or something.
Yep.
Somewhere.
He won the Season 2.5 Blitz, I believe.
5 Blitz. Does he still have that trophy? He does have the current Blitz Tourney Champ trophy. Son of a gun. He's good. Might have seen him last night. Crazy match.
Yep.
But we've also got Spike, no slouch of his own. Our resident Spike, as opposed to the other one that you may know.
Yeah, that is the thing, isn't it? I keep forgetting.
Only slightly confusing. That's okay. We appreciate the slight ambiguity. I'm sure nothing confusing has ever happened. There's only half a world between them. That's all
if
right.
anything, it just boosts up Spike's views.
Brilliant.
Because I thought it was Spike to do that.
Let's take a look at our start. These guys.
Oh.
This is a start.
Yeah. Not a Simian Slam start.
This is like,
we're going accustomed to.
Rare form not starting with Blue Slam somehow for once. But this is definitely like a top tier start. This isn't like the top like 10% of starts, I think. We start with DK, which is excellent. Blast, you might need that for DKK rule. And Blast just generally has had a massive glow up in Season 3. Monkey Port, we always need that for Helm. Twirl's an excellent utility move. This is a great start, I think.
Yeah, this is like a really good like trimming the fat on, especially your hints. Not having to worry about any of these getting caught in the mix.
You can get an elusive, unhinted K rule phase if it happens to roll DK phase because you just started with everything you need for it. It can happen. Not common. Nevertheless, we're about a little over a minute away from this one. Brace for impact. Hope you got your bingo sheets ready. Good times had by all.
Oh yeah.
Is this Final Fantasy music? Wow, unbelievable. Check your squares. Check your squares, team. Prep your boards.
Wow.
Prep your drinks. We're in for a seed, one of the seeds of all time.
Indeed.
Prepping the space station. Make sure my notes are all squared away. I'm ready. Don't expect anything weird out of the opener here, so we'll see what happens. Depending on time.
That's actually a great point. You should add Final Fantasy music. Specifically Final Fantasy VI music as a bingo square. That would be awesome.
I wonder if this has any connection to one of the 162 conversions, or any number of them. I don't know.
I have actually not done any Final Fantasy. That is all only Spaghetti. It's his domain, and he has free reign, and I have no intentions.
The bingo squares are like best as like broad strokes categories. I think there's one for like all Final Fantasy music. There's one for like all Banjo music. One for like all Zelda music or something. I don't know. Whatever. We're ready to get kicked off. Brace for impact. The timers are rolling.
Let's go.
Kick off Losers Top 8. Off we go. Bang. Starting gun fires. You can start with DK, so you just start rolling immediately. Pile of junk and japes. Love that. Little prison versus Outer Isles difference. Pretty much.
Yeah, people have definitely been going either or on these two starts.
There we go. Tiny can be found by Chunky and Castle. Big pickup there. Galleon shop hinted, Castle Underground, Oasis Dirt, and Aztec. Bunch of good stuff in a bunch of different levels. Let's see what comes up. I did not see what was in the sprint cage, but Spike is going for it. Ooh, here's something good. Isles Dirt Train Grounds Rear Tunnel. That is accessible right now.
Ooh.
We don't even know what level 1 is, and we know we can get away with the Horde, and that's got to be nice.
Nice little nudge to just go check that before waiting on vines.
Yup. So we don't have Tiny, so it looks like Chunky is coming after, or Tiny is coming after Chunky. That's a slight bit of order operations we'll have to deal with coming up. Alright, it's just a GB in the prison cage, in the sprint cage, so nothing to worry about there too much. Standard fare of the opener, and honestly, there's really not much to make of our early hints, because, well, I guess the big one is Chunky K. Rool, just turned up, so. We are on the lookout for Punch, Hunky, and Gone for Chunky K. Rool. I did not see what that forest number it was, but I think that's forest level 2.
That looked like 3?
Hey, penciling in 3, hope you're right. Treasure room is foolish. Rest in peace. Hype chest.
Unfortunate.
That's so sad.
Oh, I was completely off on that. It's 7 for forest.
We got a Diddy K. Rool. That's nice. And Key 7 has 3 hints already, so I'm a little scared. It was 7, you say?
Yep. 7 GBs.
That's a pretty high, that's a pretty hefty forest. Chunky's held by a Kaspline forest, though, so we want in there bad. Was that a foolish jetpack, I think? I did not catch that. I was too busy looking at hints.
Me neither.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Two shops hints.
Oh! Vines is in the training rooms.
Well, what do you know? I bet we got an Aztec level 1, huh? That's kind of what that is the hallmark of. Vines has to turn up before Aztec. And if Aztec does a level 1, it's got to be real early, so it's probably just right here. Well, Vines or Tiny plus Twirl, but we're not getting Tiny, because Tiny appears to be fairly distant. Okay, yeah, we are getting a jetpack look. Foolish, okay, cool. Forget about medals. Don't even think about them.
And, yep, Aztec. Perfect, lets us get straight to that Oasis Dirt. See what we got in there.
Scoop up a free little way of the Horde, we love that. Spike the first one in. What's the difference here? Is it... He just, like, pick better stuff to do, or he skipped something in the opener?
Not sure.
Maybe he's just fast. I don't know. These guys are quick. They're always faster than you think they are. Flying the seeds never.
Key 5.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. We have an Oasis and Totem Area hint on the path to Key 7 and Diddy K. Rool. So it's possible. So, well, there must be something else. That's not Key 5. That's not talking about Key 5. Diddy K. Rool, Chunky K. Rool already. So it's all a bit of info there.
Potion on the llama sighting.
Ooh, and we got Blast, so we're coming back for that for sure. That counts as Oasis and Totem Areas, so that might be what we're looking for. Remains to be seen. We have... Alright, I'm a little scared. We have 4 Key 7 hints and no Key 8 hints already. Or... No, wait, 1 Key 8.
1 Key 8.
1 Key 8. 3 Key 7, 1 Key 8. That ratio is a little bit concerning. Just a little bit, something to, you know, keep the pulse of. Before we freak out. Oh, 2 ported by a GB. Unlucky. Gotta scoop up these coins in the back of Aztec. Not too poor for that one. That was a really cheap GB. I think a lesser player would have continued rolling and just gotten smacked by that dice block spike. Very clever, very clever. And by a lesser player, I mean me. I would get hit by that guy like 10 times out of 10. I get hit with that like decision paralysis where you like roll up to the guy and you're like, how do I get out of this mess? And then don't.
Oh yeah. That's honestly like a quite common phenomenon I've come across when I play this game.
Wow, and he's gonna spend 7 coins in a GB. He's just sending it. I don't think there's any more Diddy coins available either. Oof. Well, Blink Funky doesn't have anything.
It's crate here. What do we got? Are we gonna grab the CBs here? How good is like grabbing Diddy's metal right now?
Diddy's metal isn't quite accessible yet, I don't think. Logically, let me check. It needs peanut or rocket barrel. We don't have either.
Okay.
But climbing the tree is kind of like a slow enterprise for pretty much nothing right now, so. With rocket barrel, it's a lot easier to fly around and pick them up anyway, so we'll probably just put a pin in it for now.
Good to know.
Nothing interesting on Funky either, so our early Aztec trip is not turning up much, but GBs, and so we'll have enough to get in the forest.
Still got to see what's on the llama, though.
Oh, true.
That'll probably set us on our way.
Basically the only thing we got here. Standard fare of a blast course, love that. What is the llama gonna poop out today?
Perfect.
I have no idea. Maybe peanut or rocket barrel, probably one of the two. If I were to guess. But it's certainly too early to call that with any reasonable accuracy. It's red! It's red! Rocket barrel would be the dream because that gives you a lot of stuff in the Oasis and Totem area. Peanut's also not bad because it's just generally good. Maybe you need that for a Galleon shop, perhaps. It's also hinted. A lot of good options. Alright, well, if you poop your blood and it comes out vile, that's probably even more alarming. Also for rocket barrel, though. That's I feel pretty comfortable penciling that in as our Key 7 DK rule item. That seems reasonably likely, so long as it isn't a Diddy Helm. This is kind of killer music for Aztec. This is some, like...
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Some Mario Desert music. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, like, and Frank, the guy who converted this, like, actually wanted it to be in the style of Aztec, so...
Yeah. And work with the tools you got.
Yeah, did a really great job on that.
Some Rabid song? Maybe that's why I haven't seen it. Because... Look, I hate to be that guy, but I just, like, click the games I know and, like, yeah, I like the music in this game. I'm going in here and picking stuff. Kind of picky like that.
That hurts my soul, man. You gotta broaden your horizons a little bit, man.
Yeah. Yeah, but I gotta do that for, like, every kind of music, so... Yeah, and I'm kind of lazy.
No better music than donk music.
I'm simultaneously lazy and also extremely picky about what goes in the pack, so I care a lot. I don't know, I can't make heads or tails of it. Okay, well, there's Peanut, so... Okay. It's one of Rocket or Peanut in the Oasis and Totem area. We're not going to really get any clean answers on that. Because they're both in the same area, and they're both pretty likely on the path to the same stuff. If a Galleon shop is needed for Key 7, it's a 2 in 3 chance to need Peanut, so... Fair enough. I said we got nothing in Aztec, and I just got proven wrong, like, immediately by just, like, unloading Diddy goods. And it looks like Barry's even willing to go get the medal. Going out of his way to go to the totem tree, or the totem trees.
Yeah.
I wonder if Spike's gonna get, like, the balloon in the five-door temple? There's one in here. Oh, yep. For some reason I thought it was down the other path, so I was just wrong, but cool. Oh, Key 2!
Okay.
Alright. I love that. Sense. Interesting that Key 2 isn't locked by Rocket Barrel or Peanut. That doesn't make... Okay, so that means our Oasis and Totem area has to point to Peanut. Because Rocket Barrel has to be on the path to Key 2. Because Rocket Barrel locks Peanut and you need one of the two to get the medal, it has to be Rocket Barrel on the path to Key 2. So the Oasis and Totem area item that is not on the path to Key 2 must be Peanut.
Good call.
Okay, don't... Okay, Chad, don't you start. I only spoke truth at the time. I only spoke truth that there was nothing there, and then everything just kind of, like, spontaneously turned out. Them's the beats, alright? Them's the beats. Cave Wars lobby's foolish. We don't have to worry about this Galleon lobby. Castle Donkey Medal. And then, was that a Lanky Medal? Eve's Cranky Tiny. That was not even close. Alright. cranky tiny. So just a little more info to work with. We have a lot of Way of the Hordes. They're helping a path hints. Time to explore. The only thing we know in Forest is a Kasplat has Chunky. So I wonder if that's going to affect their routing choices. There's Kasplats pretty much everywhere, but there's a lot more in the mushroom area.
Yeah.
And sure enough, here we go. Barrie is opting for Mushroom first. There's 3 Kasplats over here versus the 1 in the Thornvine Barn for the mills. Great timing on that shot from Spike. That's a bold timing. I would definitely wait to confirm that shot before leaving, but that's because I'm, as already established, a lesser player.
Yeah, they must have been really practicing that shot. I've seen plenty of runners start to hit that now.
Yeah, but plenty of runners are also approaching triple digit season 3 seeds played, so yeah. This guy just charging into Dark Rafters, no big deal. That's fine.
Yeah, Spike has his own system for grabbing this item.
I think this is relative. Oh, maybe it is his own system, because I know that long jump onto that first beam is kind of stock. A lot of people do that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now we do have Chunky Kong in the mushroom.
It's a rainbow coin. It's a rainbow coin in Dark Rafters, but he's going for it all here, because if you get it, you also get the fairy check. Oh, wow, he hit the beam just in front of it. I love having sound here, this helps, as I talk over it. Oh, he's got it! Wow. And then you jump off to reset the room, and here we go. Just a fairy, oh well. Not bad at all. It's not super quick, but it is 2 checks, so pretty good early. Even though neither of those are GGs.
Yeah. What Spike is going to be a little bit late to Chunky here.
Yeah, I kind of like going Mushroom here first, because when you get Chunky, you can then use the minecart to run over to the mills instead of running through the tunnel.
Yeah.
Unless you're worried about DK's medal here, which I don't think we are, in any particular reason worried about that medal yet. I don't know. In any case, Barrie just doing a minigame for a GB. It's a reasonably quick one. I'm just going to trust his judgment that he kind of knows what's fast at this point. These guys are, they're kind of quick. Ooh, couldn't quite grab that DK5 bunch and takes a splat for it. I love this tech from Spike to backflip over the Thornvine barn wall. That is a cheeky little bit of tech. It's a little bit tighter than it looks, but it made it look so easy. Oh, Spike didn't check it. Oh, maybe Spike didn't check his hints. No. The Kasplat. No, the Kasplat for Chunky Kasplat hint was pretty early. Surely he looked at. That was in the 4-pack. Surely he looked at that one. He might not. I don't think he's looked at the 8-pack, but surely he looked at the 4-pack, right? He's not checked any hints? Oh my god, he's doing this to me again. Oh my god.
It's okay. He's getting punished for it as we speak, so.
Well, it's minor. These are the kind of punishes that are 10, 20 seconds max. Nothing that significant, right? The cost of time was rolling through the tunnel, and he did stuff productive after rolling through the tunnel, right? Grabbing the Diddy Balloon by Snide, running right over to the Dark Rafters, versus getting spit out of the mills area by the the well. It's a little bit awkward and out of the way, but I don't know, it's kind of whatever. Oh, I think we got a winch look. There's nothing there. Barrie's made it day here, so he'll actually get a look inside the front of the mill. But making it day means you can't, or you have to make it night again to go to the Thornvine Barn, which is a little bit awkward, but actually, I don't know if he made it day rather than just didn't make it night yet. Might actually do that. Whatever it is. Oh, a clear vial on levers. Okay, that's a good bit of info there.
Okay.
Spike is not getting that. He is not going to make it day and then go check the front of the mill. That's just not going to happen. So, Barrie will know that there's a clear vial there. If he finds grab, he might be able to return to here to grab an early training move. That could be a barrels, that could be a diving, that could be a vine, or well, it's not vines. Okay.
Oh wow.
random sacks on Forest Diddy Metal out of nowhere. Is that out of logic? I don't think it... Oh, not with Peanut. There's no way. I think Forest Diddy Metal is actually free. Yeah, because there's so many bananas just lying around. There's like 10 on 2 mushrooms. A couple balloons with Peanut. Nice and easy. Wow. Spike just
what
got
a snipe from that bat. Dude.
That bat just was in perfect airspace to deny.
Alright. Trade offer here. Spike receives Chunky. Barry receives Sacks.
Good trade. Handshake. Off we go.
Yep.
Did we get a blast course look from Barry? I don't know if we did.
Oh,
that's garbage.
I do not think so.
Garbage. These are not new hints. That's the first batch of hints. Oh my god, you're right. He hasn't looked at any hints yet.
Yeah.
Oh my god. You can't be looking at your first hint 16 minutes in? You might be like,
in
okay.
the middle of a barrel course, no less.
You might be like, okay, he's in top. Maybe he's in top 8 and I'm not, but like, whatever. I'm in.
I think Spike has just been committing to the bit of not checking his hints.
He also knows it's gonna make me mad, so that might also be it.
Yeah.
He's really going. I do say this every time, and I'll say it again. I hate it here. He's at 12, too! If he waited one more GB, he'd get an extra hint pack. So, like, what is he waiting for? I don't know. He's gonna listen to this back and, like, have a hearty chuckle at it, but, like... Yeah, I'll have a hearty chuckle, too, but, like... Nah. How about that?
Yep. The Galleon level 3. We knew that.
We did, but Galleon without diving is a little unfortunate, but with Peanut, not so bad. And we now know Castle is level 4 because Key 4 is on a Castle medal, probably. It's locked by a Castle medal at least, so we are not getting into level 5 without going into level 4.
Spike must have like randomized his music. He's got the underground theme for Aztec and Great Bay Temple for Galleon.
See, I'm not cultured enough to recognize this as Great Bay Temple. I know you're gonna be like, I can't believe you don't know that, but like, I gotta run into him.
This one is a very unique case because we don't have like really good water noises, so Bismuth actually opted to use the computer sounds from research and development, which is actually like really, really smart and really cool idea.
That guy's a smart guy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Right, you got more hints now. You gonna read them? He actually is. Oh my god. Lanky can be bought in Galleon. Well, that's pretty good. Let's take a look.
Let's.
Alright, the free llama item, which was Rocket, is Way of the Horde. That's like not really a surprise at all. Cave's Chunky Transparent Igloo. That is the boulder.
Ooh.
That is... that requires Hunky Chunky logically, but can easily be skipped with some boulder tech. So we're looking for barrels, though, for sure.
Yeah. Or what are the odds we're going to see Spike use some boulder tech?
High. I can tell you that right now. Very, very high. Very high. What else did we get? We got one potion and Tiny Temple. Nothing too alarming there. We may go back for that later. I don't think anyone went into it with Peanut, but Tiny Temple gets a lot better with diving, so I don't think we're going to see it for a minute. So which shop has Lanky? It's going to be one of these.
It is right here in Candies.
And DK has them. It's purchasable. Yay! This was Way of the Horde.
Wow. Lanky for such an affordable price.
Is that $1?
3.
But what a steal! That's like half off. Average is 4.5. Never mind. That's like 33% off. My God. Like with 2 rainbow coins means he's already prepped to just go start buying stuff with Lanky as soon as you get them. That's why rainbow coins are so good. You get your coin, you get your economy rolling.
Yep.
I say that like DK64 Randomizer.com is like a MOBA or something. Gotta get your economy rolling, people. Get your farm.
You gotta stockpile that interest early.
Huge. Secure the jungle.
Yep.
I don't play MOBAs, so I don't even know. I'm just regurgitating terms that I've heard off the grapevine. Some of them might make sense.
Ooh, oh, potion here.
We're rewarded with having rainbow coins early because bang, there's that. There's grab. That's a lot better. It's a lot better for one of these guys than the other. But it may be a little bit suspicious to see that grab, so it remains to be seen what will be made of it. And that means grab is actually on the path to key 7. So because it's hinted, I think that it's good news for Spike that it ended up in a hinted area. He knows that something is up with grab. Something needs to be done with this. And when you're looking at grab checks in these levels, Aztec Forest Galleon, there's literally only one. It's levers. I guess kegs too, but we're a little bit far off from that. You gotta do the levers. Well, you gotta at least look at the levers now for sure, so. I said literally only one and then it was immediately wrong. But I corrected myself, so don't. Then you try that sass. And Barrie just bails and goes back to Forest immediately. He's like, I know what grab is for. I'm going to go get this right now. This could be diving. This could be barrels. Both are great. Well, I think diving is much better.
Yeah.
Whereas
This is path to just 7. Or grab was path to 7.
Grab is path to just... Yeah. So whatever this is also only path to just 7. But given how many things 7 seems to be on the path to, we gotta at least respect it a little bit.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on that sucker. Hit the passcode 113. Meanwhile, Spike opted to go to the lighthouse. Say hey to Kevin. Goodbye, Kevin. Kevin down.
Yep. Tick it off in your bingo sheets, everyone. There's probably a Kevin square.
I kind of like the lighthouse dive here for Spike. This is just being a little bit thorough, but I think it makes a lot of sense. But I also like the Mills dive for Barrie. I'm gonna say I like both of them. So whichever one proves to be correct, I can see like, yeah, I like that plan already. I'm hedging my bets. I'm very smart.
Oh, okay. Well,
a little random
surprise key 6 there.
That is completely unhinted for what it's worth as of yet. It will get hinted, but that's unhinted, so that's a nice pickup. I mean, I think it pretty much has to get like lighthouse to key 6 gets hinted because nothing is going to be on the path to that key. So that is a hint that will take up a slot later. So not a particularly impactful find because it will be hinted, but you won't say no. And you gotta do the whole rigmarole in Forest. You gotta make it day to go into the mill, and you gotta make it night to go open the cage, and then we go pick up what this item is. It's not a fast check, these levers, but we do what must be done.
And what do we got? It is diving.
Sure enough. Okay. Excellent pickup. Diving. Looks like it's only on the path to key 7, which is really interesting.
It's like pretty good. That means you don't have to full clear Galleon.
Okay, well, hear me out here. So here's what I'm thinking. We don't have it. So Sax was on a we don't know what our Helm order is, which is kind of unfortunate. I wish one of them had checked it by now. But I'm thinking that Sax might be part of Helm, because nothing was required for that Sax, right? So that would be, like, pretty tough to hint, so we wouldn't get a lot of key 8 hints for that. We started with Monkey Port. I'm pretty sure we have Gorilla Gone hinted in a cave shop, because there's something on the path to key 8 and Chunky K-Roll. That's Gorilla Gone every time. It's kind of looking like, and then probably whatever the other instrument is. Okay, there's 3 instruments. I made that up. I got lost in the LZR sauce. Forgive me. Probably the other 2 instruments aren't too hard to find. So it's entirely possible that even though diving is only on the path to key 7, it's not like a terrible idea to keep looking. You might find like barrels. Maybe. Yeah. But I also don't hate what Barrie's doing is just press on. Well, never mind. You got roadblock. 22 GBs to get in the castle. Nice try.
It is 22 level 5? Level 4. Yeah, that's pretty expensive.
It's relatively expensive. Yeah. Nice try. You gotta be DK to get the loot from the seal. He's stingy with his booty. What do we got here? A bottle of grog!
Grog!
Break out the grog. Yo-ho, me hearties!
Little V-Bay long neck.
What say you scallywag? What do you got for us? Alright, I'm laying it on a little thick,
Yep.
but...
I am. Yeah. So yeah, Galleon, staying in Galleon's actually not a bad play.
Well,
Yeah.
it'd be better
Barry's-
if you had diving. So Barry's gonna have a great time.
Yeah.
He's got to go to the light. He hasn't visited the lighthouse yet, so he's doing this like big lighthouse trip now. He can go get this on guard chest,
Yeah.
which is way of the horde.
Oh, that was Wolf, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be. Well, it's not key 7 because we're still missing. We still have an unresolved key 7 hint for something in the castle underground. Oh, oh, third melon.
Hey.
Your grog sucks, and here comes Barry right about to do it. Unlucky.
Alright. Where's Spike off to now? He's going... I was thinking. Going back to Forest.
That was a little think spin. That was kind of cool. You might be looking
Yeah.
at grab and being like, I got to do something with this grab right now.
Yeah.
Kind of fits. It kind of fits. Is he skipping Chunky Minecart?
Oh, wants to make a day first.
Oh, he's
before he
making it
goes
day
in.
first. Okay, I was gonna say, that is an insane skip. Because, like, if you're going to the mills area, that's, like, great to go do. Key 6 for Barry. Nice little pickup there. Again, it's gonna get hinted, so it's not, you know, you're not, like, feeling particularly inspired about that one. You're like, oh, well, sure, there it is. That makes my life a little bit easier.
Yep.
You need to take away the second starting melon so people appreciate getting melon upgrades. Yeah. So the problem is that any instrument upgrade, any instrument you pick up also gives you your second melon. So your second melon comes like really fast usually. If they didn't start with it, they would have gotten it when they picked up the sax in Forest. So it's like not. You get 2 health. You get 2 melons pretty fast. It's not a given. I've certainly had seeds where you go like an hour with 1 melon and you're like, how does this happen? It makes your head hurt. It's like, are you serious? Just give me... How?
Yep.
Spike correctly smelled out the levers, so he's going to be right behind on diving. Dead heat so far. They're kind of doing the same stuff, it feels like.
Yeah.
Barry with diving is going to have more access to more options in Galleon. He might think about like Lanky's 2-door ship. Looks like he's fishing for Lanky's metal here a little bit. Nah, he gave up on it. I understand.
Yeah, we're gonna see this chest down here.
Way the horde. Big time action here. Let's go. Bang. Oh,
Great.
grape shooter. Interesting. So we need to take this grape shooter somewhere, probably. This must be on the path to Key 7, I think. I think it's the only reasonable thing it can be on the path to. Maybe it gets you... No, that doesn't really make sense.
Yo, skew state? Nice.
A little bit. Oh, nice square. Huge. On guard just makes it happen, man. He's a man of...
Yep.
It's the kind of bug that you're like, I wonder how Rareware didn't find this. Or maybe they found it and then just didn't care. Or maybe they thought it was funny.
I feel like that one's got to be like, it's just too funny.
Somebody had a hearty chuckle at that before they realized that people could just like run through walls when you're in skew state, which is really funny.
Mm-hmm.
Classic DK64. Or the other problem is that you like pop out of skew state like super fast if you just jump. Any jump, if you press the A button, you will just unskew immediately. So it's just kind of like you might just like accidentally unskew really fast and like never think about it ever again. I don't know.
Barry's gonna be taking the bait as well. I mean, fair enough.
The call of the grog. What can I say? We've all been there. When the seal says grog, the neurons activate. Time to go race him, I guess. And that didn't make any sense, but whatever. But now Barry's probably mulling over what to do with Grape. We got a hinted Grape. What the heck do you do with this? Owl Tree's looking pretty nice. Couple checks over there.
Yeah. That's usually my first thought when I see Grape is Owl Tree.
But it doesn't have to be that, though. We need something else. Because the Castle Underground is hinted for Key 7. So I don't think there's any rush to go to that. I think Spike is also going to try his luck at what level 4 is. And be like, alright, well, can I get in? He can't, but he'll try his luck. Barry knows he needs to get 22, so they're pretty close collectively.
Yep. Oh yeah, we also have this cage right here behind K. Lumsey.
Could be something nice. We did find Key 5 and we did find Key 5 very early, so we can actually like check what level 6 and 7 are. I wouldn't hate a level 7 check here, but Barry bailing before getting to 22 GBs. I wonder what he's thinking. He's got 19 and 2 blueprints. Oh, here we go.
Oh, yep. Trophy flip?
Diddy Castle lobby skip. This is really hard. You need to get a backflip from this slope. So you backflip up here, slide off, and get a backflip. If he long jumps, he's moving too fast. He needs specifically a backflip. It's a very tough jump. I think with Diddy, it's like insanely hard. With Tiny, it's pretty hard. With Toro, it's pretty easy.
Ooh.
But yeah. And he's at 19 GBs, so even if he gets up there and it were 2 GBs, he wouldn't be able to get into Castle, so he's like, alright, there's no point in continuing to try this. I think if he was at 21 and saw that, he might be like, maybe I gotta press my luck for it. I don't know. Look at that, another cave shop solo key 8. This is
Factory
looking...
crate, and then lighthouse. Okay.
This is looking kind of easy, I'm not gonna lie. We're not seeing a lot of checks that require a bunch of stuff. There's our key 6 hit in the lighthouse.
It's not about how easy the seed is. It's about how well the runners tread through it.
Right, but
that's what I always.
Yeah, that's true, but you gotta have a good read on the seed in order to know like when you need to step on the gas. For some reason, they're both in Tiny Temple. I guess it's because they got the diving, huh? That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? It's like I predicted that earlier. I love that peek through the wall. You gotta like a little look through the wall behind that torch to see what the reward is there. Here we go.
Oh, was there a scouring hidden here? Okay.
There's one potion in Tiny Temple, and it's Feather Bow. Sure, I mean, great, but we don't have Tiny, so... Do we need this?
Yeah. How are we doing on Tiny? She's in caves?
She's in Castle with Chunky. We don't have a lot of stuff with Chunky. At best, it would be Chunky's medal that we can't get. Never mind. What is Chunky's... Castle Chunky medal is kind of what we're looking at right now, but we might just need a Chunky move in general. Castle Chunky medal is Pineapple Punch or Blast Slam Pineapple, so we definitely need Pineapple if we need that medal. But we don't even know if we need that medal. We're probably going to head ourselves a little bit here. Something like Barrels and Punch could get us the museum. Punch and an instrument could get us the shed. Pineapple would get us... Or Pineapple and I guess Sniper would get us whatever's in the tree. Or Pineapple Punch would get us the crypt. So yeah, we definitely need chunky moves to get Tiny. So there's more digging to be done. Tiny might be our last like big roadblock though, because everything looks really streamlined. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
yeah,
it's looking real straightforward from here. A lot of just medals being hinted, so you just run around and pick up CBs. A lot of shops being hinted, so you just run to shops and pick up the items you need. No muss, no fuss. Order of operations is going to be key here. If you're slowed, if you pick the wrong level to go to, you pick the wrong order, you might end up behind. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it. Not yet. Not yet. Talk to me when they're in caves, alright? We'll talk when they're in caves. Hints. I wonder if Spike's gonna look at these immediately. Fascinating. Truly fascinating specimen, this Spike SSBU. Look, it's early to call. We have 3 key 7 hints. Like, that's a little much. Like, the path is kind of... We're getting a little twisty here. We got a grape shooter. We don't know what we need it for. but it looks like it combines with something in the castle underground, whatever it is. Probably not a grape check in the castle underground, but something in the castle underground will combine with this grape. So it might be like a trombone, might be a balloon, might be a sprint, maybe an O stand if we're feeling frisky. Now he looks at it. All right, you might have heard me. Son of a gun. Man, we'd love to play that saxophone pad, wouldn't we, if we had... Oh, this is the lanky cage peak. You can jam the camera through the wall and have a look at that. Ooh, that's a cheeky one. Spike is a master of just weird tech in this game. he's the guy pushing the boundaries, putting boulders in weird spots to try and like do unusual things, and sure enough, that's like right up his alley, just like shoving the camera through a wall to get a look at somewhere you shouldn't be.
Yeah, as a classic example of a loophole, we can't go out of bounds, but no one said anything about the camera. So.
What about our absolute garbage camera? Let's just shove it in there.
Yeah.
And that was a 38 cost. I don't know what level that was. Was that 7? Any knowers? I think that was level 7, yep. And I think that's at 38. Somebody might correct me. It was definitely an ends with an 8. I don't know if it was 48 or 38. 38 would be relatively cheap. But, I mean, shoot, it could be 58. I don't even know. Whatever it is.
Alright, there's the first one castle here.
And I think castles are where they want to be right now. I mean, you can't get tiny, but we have the underground hinted for something for Chunky K. Rool, which is, you know, a chunky move as it turns out. Or which could very well be a chunky move. And we have Donkey's Metal hinted, and we have Metals hinted on the path to Key 4. Now, it could just be a little combination, a little combo pack there, and it just so happens that Donkey's Metal is Key 4, and that'd be a little unfortunate, but Castle's feeling like the place to be right now. Ooh, a shared move. The danger in... Oh, that's oranges. Hell yeah, give me that. Let's go. I got that on my board. Give me that stuff. Nice. We're throwing oranges all over the place. Let's go. The danger in leaving the first 3 levels is you're kind of leaving behind barrel throwing. You're kind of just assuming, yeah, I probably don't need this. Which, that might be true. It is a little bit of a gamble. Just a little bit. There is a risk that barrels is just blocked behind some move that isn't hinted, and it's not going to get hinted because you don't need it. So chasing barrels might just like to leave you behind. You might find barrels, but in the end, like if you don't need it, it's not worth your time. So I kind of like the idea of just forge forward in the seat and just keep going. Run towards things you know you can do and are important. And I think Spike is about to do the same. He's at 22 GBs, off he goes.
Yep.
Quick little recap of our levels, and off we go. Yeah, the underground is hinted, so we're going to take a look around here, but nothing yet so far. Ooh, there, mind the police. That cop's a dastardly one.
Oh man, Bear's got a lineup for that balloon? Wow. That's like actually really smart. I should do that.
Balloons move in mysterious ways. Okay, we said he's playing to music, but this is not castle music at all. This is not creepy castle.
Okay,
music.
yeah, that probably was fun. But yeah, this track's awesome.
Oh, look at that. We got a twirl vial.
Ooh.
Wonder what that could be. That could be our Castle Underground hinted item. So when we find Tiny off of a chunky check in Castle, which could be, I don't know, anything. Could be the boss, actually. That'd be wild. I love how they're reading the text. for shared moves and chops past level 3. They're like, alright, is this an instrument upgrade? Are you about to get me? I'm not buying that. Oranges has enough use that it's worth buying.
I think we might see Spike do it.
Wow, Spike is rolling past these chunky bananas. He is not afraid of Chunky's metal at all. He's got a plan. I don't know what his plan is, but he's got one. I can't believe Barry actually hit the grape switch with that shot. That was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
He's shooting grapes through the ground or something. I don't know. So the problem with this check is grape is only on the path to key 7, and the underground item the castle underground item is on the path to key 7 and chunky K roll, which means grape cannot lead to it because you can't add items to a path, right? If grape were needed for this castle underground item, grape would have been on the path to chunky K roll as well. So it ain't there. Similarly, it's not going to be in the crypt. It won't be peanut locked. I guess it could be rocket barrel locked, but that'd be a little bit unhinged. I think it's the twirl location is looking prime for whatever this chunky K roll item is. But the problem is that we need tiny first, which might need chunky moves.
Yeah. Oh, Spike's doing it.
Oh, wow! He tried the cut across with DK. That kick is really hard.
Yeah. It's also really punishing because it takes you back to the point.
It definitely sucks. That sucks a lot. Oh, we got a really interesting hint here. So Castle Meta Rewards has 1 potion. It has 1 potion, but it probably also has the key. So that means there's probably 2 medals worth picking up in the Castle Meta Rewards.
Yeah.
One of which is key 4, and the other which is potentially hinted.
We know Donkey's medal is required.
Indeed.
That was hinted off. Runners are probably going to hope that it's the key and not a potion.
Ideally. We got Creme Isle Foolish. Not that impressive. Main Isle, the key 8, and there's 2 potions in the main aisle. One of them was Vines. I'm going to bet a lot of money that it's just Vines. That's all we got out of that 28 hint pack. Spike is not close to his 28 hint pack. What the heck happened there? That was Barry so many GBs ahead. Is Castle just dense in GBs? It must be.
I think Castle's kind of underrated for GB farming. I quite like it.
It could be a combination of density and it just happened to roll a lot of GBs. Barry seems to have flown up in numbers. Maybe Funky was loaded. I don't know. Let's have a look here. Strong Kong in the surroundings. I don't know what to make of that. That doesn't seem terribly enticing for any one reason or another yet. Ooh, it is key 4 on the metal. That is the worst of all possible worlds, because now whatever is on the other castle metal might not even be required at all. And I love this boss check. This boss check could be a chunky boss, and Tiny could be here. That's why I'm so scared of skipping all these CBs for Spike.
Wow.
All right, he's got the aim.
Who's ready for the next meta being the balloon meta?
He knows his shots. My goodness, perfect timing. God.
Oh, we do have Chunky on the boss.
So danger, danger! It's Tiny, but red alert. You might need barrels for this boss, so we might not be so lucky here. We hit Tiny, but we did not have barrels yet. And wouldn't you know it, we need barrels for Army 2 for Tiny Kong.
Ooh.
This might send Barry out of castle entirely.
Yeah, I probably think so. And that's probably that's gonna be it for doubters. That's
Lucky.
55,
We didn't quite we didn't have the prediction up, but the doubters would be up good. Yep. The believers, you got away with one this time. Alright, it slipped a mind. You'll have to forgive me, but well, I mean, it was kind of over if it was on the boss anyway, because 45 minutes. None of these bosses are faster than 2 minutes. Finally, we got a Helm order. We got Tiny Chunky.
Okay.
Holy smokes. Alright, my theory on Tiny and Helm was proven correct. My crack theory at 15 minutes in.
Yep.
I'm a genius. Pat myself on the back, let's go.
Dude, shoutouts to my buddy Zion for converting this track. This is like probably the closest a track has come to sounding to like the original song, like 1-to-1. This is awesome.
I mean, that's if you exclude, you know, the absolute
like,
turbo banger of One Winged Kong is not its own original score. My God.
True.
How can we forget? Oh, Spike has enough for the boss anyway. I guess it was just not difficult to find CBs. 97 isn't exactly a big number anyway. And he's thinking about it. He saw the boss door and checked his CB count. Was like, maybe.
Yeah.
Is the banjo sound font like the same as DK's? Is it very close?
It is not. They don't share some of the instruments. To my dismay, we do not have like the banjos. Banjo is not a thing in this game at all. As well as really good tambourine noise that I would really like to have just for convenience sake. Yeah, pretty unfortunate. Also, quite a lot of like sound samples are not in DK.
Tragic, really.
DK does have some new instruments, like the muted trumpet that you hear in like the minigame music, as well as that really nice theremin that plays in the song. Actually,
I'm sure that's a real word.
Never heard of a theremin before?
I regret to inform you, my musical knowledge is struggling.
Oh boy,
I've heard the word, but I could not tell you. I could not tell you what it looks like.
A theremin is actually like a really interesting instrument. It's like it's like I don't even know how to describe it, because it's like it will play a frequency based on your like just your hand position. It like will make like a square grid, and based on like where your hands are, it will radiate a frequency.
Is that like one of those automaton things? Am I thinking of the same
thing? Not quite like that.
Similar, but
it's like it's like, because it's like not, you don't like physically, you don't play it per se. It's like it's so hard to explain.
Yeah,
that's your homework tonight. Google theremin.
Time to learn something new. All right.
Yep. Hey, there you go. Yeah. Walked right into that.
Was this an elaborate ruse to check off you learned something new in a bingo square? Perhaps. It's up for discussion. Grape Shooter gets us barrel throwing. Barry just runs right to it. What an absolute legend.
That's probably that grape. I'm just thinking.
I mean, yeah, that makes perfect sense. And he's got barrels, and he's just like, yep, I'm going straight to that boss. Yep. Yup.
There we go.
That would certainly explain why Grape is way of the Horde. And it doesn't have to be on Key 7. It doesn't have to be on the path to Key 7 anymore, so we might be back to just diving and then whatever's in Castle Underground. Oh my god, what if that's a... No, because diving is only on the path to Key 7. We're good. I was gonna say, what if that's a diving minigame there? That'd be really funny. But that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah. I don't think we can actually get blocked out by any minigames anymore.
Well, hold your horses. You never know when Hunky Chunky can strike.
You know what? That is a good point. And it's only 2%.
The odds of running into a Hunky Chunky minigame at any given moment are low, but never zero.
The Kong guy is here. You just cannot hurt him.
Chunky defeats boss by doing absolutely nothing. Huge.
Yeah, this is... I wonder how good Barry's Army 2 is. You can actually like get really good at this boss.
Well, we can't have that. Can't have that, because then he might be faster than me. That'd be bad. Oh, wait. Oh.
Yep. Spike is going to
too soon.
See the bad future here. Does in fact need barrels.
Yep, he's got to figure out where the heck is barrel from. I guess Grape is your best lead right now because it's an unresolved way to Horde, but that's not easy to pick out. I mean, I guess Altry is your best density too. I think it makes the most sense. I definitely think Barry picked a pretty solid pick, and Spike might be picking the same thing right now. Right behind. And if Spike does pick the same thing, then for all the great choices that Barry's making, he's got to continue to make them if he wants to keep this lead. A lead in DK64 Randomizer can just evaporate if you just pick the wrong thing to go to. And sure enough, here comes Spike. He's running right there. Well, okay. Detour. Detour for Lanky's metal, I understand.
Interesting pickup. Oh, we gotta check a Legends check.
Take a little peep at this.
This is in fact on my bingo board.
Very nice. Huge. And off he goes to the owl tree, so yeah, sure enough, he'll find his barrel throwing in due time. A lesser detour for this lanky metal. This makes perfect sense to do. There's so many lanky bananas on the way to this. This is definitely efficient. Definitely worth your time to go scoop this up. But here comes Vin Diesel percent for Barry at 52 minutes in. Here comes Tiny
Just
Kong.
Walked right up to Army Diddler with that barrel in hand.
Yeah, that's pretty ballin'. Like, Choki's like, this can't blow me up. I'm better.
Hey, there we go.
What an absolute beast. 52 minutes in for a Vin Diesel. Not particularly inspiring, but you won't say no. We got some work to do with Tiny. I want to see what that potion is downstairs. Let's go take a look.
Yeah, what are we thinking for that?
Punch or Hunky? Okay. I'm thinking punch. Because punch combines better with diving than Hunky would. Hunky doesn't combine with much. Well, okay, no, that's a lie. Hunky definitely combines with a bunch of stuff. Actually, okay, here's a crazy cook already. This is a little bit out there, but Hunky combined with Feather for the Japes Hunky Cade, or for the Japes Hunky bonus barrel. Feather was diving locked. That would fit perfectly.
Interesting.
So I'm penciling in Hunky Chunky here because I thought of one world where it could be. So it just must be Lava World, right? We only live in the best worlds. So just.
Well, we do also have the Igloo, Hunky Igloo, hinted.
Oh shoot, you're right. That is hinted. Is that any diving at all? That would be a key 7 thing. It's Hunky. I'm so good. I'm goated with the sauce.
Well done.
Alright. That is 100% going to be our Chunky Underground item. Huge. Barrels were behind diving, but yeah, we're looking for... Hunky is on the path to key 7 independently, so that could end the key 7 path, so now Hunky on the path to key 7. I think we can pretty safely pencil in key 7 on the Chunky Transparent Igloo, or at least very close to it. It's probably, like, right there. If not there, then it's very likely to be there. Well, how does diving fit in? Barrels were behind diving, yeah, so that's perfect. So yeah, talk to me about jets when we get into caves, because the engines are revving up. It's kind of looking like we know where to go. It's kind of looking like things are solving themselves post haste. I don't know how much level how much does level 5 cost? Because at this point, I think we're just most worried about GB costs for levels. I think. Like, look at how much we have unresolved. We have a crate in factories way of the Horde. 2 shops in castle are way of the Horde. Key 7 we think is on the Chunky Transparent Igloo. Path into a cat. 2 path hints to cave shops. I think I said castle instead of caves again, but I don't know how that keeps happening.
Yeah, you go start with C.
And unlucky. 4's Diddy Metal, that's Sax way of the Horde. No surprises there. Castle Tiny of the Chasm, there's our Hunky way of the Horde. Okay, new hint. Storage and arcade. P7. Oh, that's Punch! Perfect. We're good.
Nice.
And foolish to explore a stormy tunnel. Yeah, we're not going there. Well, maybe we go there for GBs. Shoot, we're flying now. This seed looks like it's gonna solve itself in a hurry. Because what do we need? We need Gorilla Gon and Triangle to beat Key 8. Or to get Key 8. We need Punch to get Key 7. And Chunky K. Rool. We need Gorilla Gon for Chunky K. Rool as well. And I think we have a Donkey K. Rool because we haven't gotten a third K. Rool phase ended.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure on that at this point.
It's definitely not Lanky K. Rool. And I don't
Beautifully
think...
executed.
It's not Lanky K. Rool and it's not Tiny K. Rool because diving would be on the path to both of those. So, yeah, it's confirmed DK K. Rool. Wow.
There's Tiny Kong for Spike. Beautifully executed, Army 2.
I think we're in a race to the end. I think we have a pretty solid grasp on what the end game of the seed looks like. They're going to buy up every single GB they can get their hands on now. And we got to take a look at GB counts. Yeah. Spike only at 30 with 1 blueprint. Barrie moving up to 39 with 3 blueprints. He's got a sizable lead now.
Yeah. Now, answer me this. I am not very fast when it comes to routing this, but how often would you pick up blueprints? I know the blueprint meta is kind of wacky all over the place.
It depends on your seed. If you at any point think that you are ever going to blueprint up to get into Helm, you always pick up the blueprint because it's as efficient as a GB, basically. So at this point, because you think I need to get to 64 as fast as possible, I think 64 is the bottleneck in this seed. They're buying any blueprint they can get their hands on. A blueprint is basically a GB at this point.
Okay. Fair enough.
This is a definitely turn on the jet seed. Go. Don't do anything slow. Oh,
thank you for the bingo square, my good friend.
Yes, sir. Although, what is this spring potion? This doesn't seem like it's going to be anything.
This is also, like, quite a long minigame. This is the hardest one?
This is like 20 seconds? 20? Oh, yeah, this is maybe like 20 to 30. Is Spike still in this? He's got to go fast. He's got to step on the gas. And there is always a chance that we think the seed solves from here, but that's not a given. At any point, one of these items could be like coconut, and then you have to go find your last Helm instrument with your coconut gun. Like, pick any coconut chick in the game. So it's definitely not a given that it solves, but it's looking like it's very close to a solve. For example, punch in storage. If punch is in storage, great, but if it's not punch in storage, whatever you get in storage is going to lead you to punch. And then subsequently key 7. Speaking of coconut, might have accidentally willed that one into existence. Whoops.
Hey.
But like, let's say that was hunky, then you would know that spring is in storage, and then you could just like maybe skip something. Okay, well now,
there's another one here.
Factory, testing, calm down, what is going on here? Alright, I gotta call this one too now, don't I? What are we missing? I'll take a chimpy charge here.
It'll be really funny if this was spring.
That'd be good. Then we just be balloon out of logic for all this nonsense. Great. And I'd say Barrie had a commanding lead. It just evaporated. Spike is at 37 GBs already, and Barrie's still at 39. Like, taking your time through these minigames to pick up these potions, it seems safe, but if the seed goes fast, you do not need that sniper scope. But right now, it looks like that's not worth your time. That GB, though, that GB is absolutely worth your time. Are you going to go counting?
Yeah.
I don't know if you go counting. It's kind of slow.
No, I don't think so.
Well, actually, you don't have a slam, so you definitely don't do it. Whoops.
Oh, yeah, we haven't seen a single slam at all.
Nope, we would need a slam for that.
I mean, not even a figment.
Bunch of white vials, but
yeah,
including a...
And all the better for it, honestly.
Yeah, right? We're very healthy. We got our third melon. All important. Oh, jeez. Oh, I was close. Can I get credit for that one? Charger's one check away. Son of a gun.
That side profile of DK just dropping in with the coconut gun out is pretty funny.
Yep.
Locked and loaded.
He means business. Go time. You doing that, Spike? You think you need it? Is he gonna do the block tower? Because, like, if If you're gonna do this minigame, you're probably gonna do the block tower minigame too. Oh, he's... oh, is he doing it? Okay, yeah, he's doing it. I think he thought about it.
Edge back to Barry. Oh, I missed. Okay.
He missed and he's just gone. He's like, I don't think I need this, I'm going.
Yeah.
So, he's throwing away his sniper scope. Very likely we don't need that. That's a little bit of time back. And given that he's behind, he needs to claw every inch of time back. Only efficient checks. If we think everything solves here, if this crate is indeed punch, way the Horde crate here for punch would be big.
Survey says
it's just that simple.
Yep.
It's just that simple. The seed is solving quickly. You gotta step on the gas.
Yep.
The gap moves
right next to 2 shops that stock up on GBs.
Oh yeah, 42 GBs and 6 blueprints versus Spike's 39 GBs and 1 blueprint. Keep the edge on. The edge stays with Barry here. And I think we can consider this. We can consider the prospects of this being a jet seed. We have reached that territory. It hasn't quite been defined as one such, but it is very much in the ballpark.
That is such a way to say that.
I am lawyering it very hard.
Yeah.
When we get to caves, let's talk. So because the crate turned up punch, we now have access to, in logic, Chunky's transparent igloo in caves, which we think is key 7. If that's just key 7, great. From there, we would then need Gorilla Gone, which we think is in a cave shop. We have 2 hinted cave shops. From there, we need Triangle, which we think is in a cave shop. We have 2 hinted cave shops. So if one shop is Triangle and the other is Punch, we're just done. And we get key 7. Then we're just in go mode. Like, that's how fast the seed is turning out. Like, turn on the jets. Barry is dumping his blueprints already. He is not gonna afford... He's not willing to risk not having enough GBs to get into caves. Just send them all now.
So caves is either 6 or 7 here.
It's 6. We know it's level 6. We've seen Japes at 7, and Barry is...
Okay, we did see Japes. So... And factory was like, what? 30s? Higher 30s, I think? Like 38?
Thereabouts.
So...
It was like 33 or something? I don't know. 28?
Yeah, well...
Let's just make numbers up. I love that.
Yeah.
Spike's
How about we just run to caves and see what it is?
Yeah, Spike's the first into caves, and he is... Well, we'll get there in a second. He got the GB. It looks like he didn't, but he got it.
Yep.
You can tell by the sound.
Yeah. Your model will still grab up the item, even during the damage recall for that death, which is pretty nice.
It's weird. That's this game in a nutshell. Kind of weird. You know what?
And a guitar for the road.
Free guitar.
Why not?
Oh, why not? Guitar isn't particularly impressive here. So having dumped his blueprint, Spike only has 1 blueprint in his pocket. He's at 44 GBs. So functional 45. Barry dumped everything. He's at 51. So a light GB edge to Barry here. But Spike is our first into caves. He will get the knowledge first that, yeah, I have everything I need. Well, okay, again, this is all largely assumption. There is a world where things don't play nice, and we are short something. We don't know what. Funky is not a hinted shop, so this guy doesn't have anything. Cranky's got 1, Candy's got the other. You're gonna even look at your 45 hints? I wouldn't even blame them for not looking. I think they just know where to go. If something doesn't turn up, then maybe you look at them, but at this point, I think checking your hints might just slow you down more than it helps you.
I mean, what could we even see? Like, an extra path in, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, if you had an extra path hint, that would tell you that, like, oh, wait a minute, this won't solve immediately.
Actually, how are we doing? Scouring and Foolishness. I don't think we've seen that many.
We have Treasure Room Foolish, Stormy Tunnel Foolish, Creme Isle Foolish, Japes Force Lobbies Foolish.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, bunch of foolish stuff. We got the one potion in Tiny Temple. I don't think we got the. Oh, here we go.
Yep. 2 foolish hints and then.
And a key 5 hint, which we actually didn't have a key 5 hint yet, so that would be really funny if you managed to miss your key 5 this whole time. I mean, technically, we hadn't needed key 5 until we wanted to get in the cave, so it wouldn't have been that bad if you just like missed it and just waited till 50 GBs to check it, to check that hint. Barry going for Igloo side first, Spike going for Cabin side. Pretty much doesn't matter, you're gonna have to go to both. Candy's got something for you, and the Igloo's got something for you. Alright. Ooh, 2 potions here. The tiny one is what matters. That's triangle.
Yeah.
Perfect. The Diddy potion on Candy is what matters. It's Gorilla Gone. Alright, our seed is looking mighty easy here, team. It's looking mighty quick. All we need to see, we are 1 key 7 in the transparent igloo away from just straight up go mode.
Barry not even burning that much time on just grabbing that potion, because, little fun fact, Diddy's drinks the potion the fastest out of any comp. So, if you're really, like, splitting hairs, if it's Diddy, you might as well grab it.
What is he afraid of here? Is he afraid of upper cabin? Oh, Diddy's metal? Is Diddy's metal just fast enough to be worth going for here?
Oh,
oh man, warp back on warp 5 to head back? Oh, maybe that's what he's here for. He's got a route in mind here. He's cooking. Let him cook. He's gonna rocket barrel around to get Diddy's medal, I think. Spike has got a plan in caves. Key 7! We're in go mode! I guess technically no mode. Nobody has all the pieces yet, but...
It's like... They really have played 100 Steves, have they?
Yeah. There was
They kind of know how to play this game fast.
I think they... Dare I say it? They might know what they're doing? Dare I say it?
Yeah.
I'm wondering if Spike is so confident he doesn't buy this potion. Like, that's like how confident he might be. Does he just throw away his balloon? I think you do. I think optimally you do, because...
Yes, Spike's the kind of guy to do that.
I mean, he threw away his sniper in Factory. He was like, I don't think I need this, and just didn't go for it.
Yep.
That's the kind of margins that he needs. He's slowly clawing his way back into this one. It's real close still. It's not a given.
I wonder what he's thinking right now, because he did kind of lose out on not grabbing, diving early.
Yeah, getting diving early was probably the one big edge that Barry had. It just made his Galleon clear a little more efficient when he returned. With diving. Helped a little bit there. But Spike didn't, like, waste time to go find it either. I'm trying to figure out where the time came from in this seed. Like, how do you... I don't know how you rectify the time difference. Maybe some small things like... I don't know if something so small as going mushroom instead of mills first matters, but... Or going mills instead of mushroom first, but I don't know.
It might just be GB routing at this point.
Could be, but I feel like Spike's also been superior there. Like I feel like,
that's right.
I feel like Barry's factory choices were not the fastest.
Spike went to Llama Temple. That's right, and didn't find like anything there. So,
and checking your hints might not be the way to go. I think he's gonna try and push into Japes and just collect GBs, get to 60 that way, get to 64 that way. Barry might be trying to like press his luck and get to 64 out of caves.
Okay.
Oh, it's 58.
58.
It was 58. I thought it was 38 when I saw it. So Barry knows that the Japes is just a non-starter. He's not going there. Absolutely not.
Oh, that is cataclysmic.
Woof. We got a peek at that, but I didn't get a proper look at it. That is much worse than I feared.
Oh.
Ooh.
Nothing hits worse than just getting denied by Mr. B-Locker, dude.
Yeah, you got a plan, and then B-Locker just like tells you to just shove it.
Yeah.
See ya, bud. I don't like your plans. Enjoy. You'll take 58 GBs and you'll like it, Buster.
Yep.
But that puts Barry back in the driver's seat here. 59 GBs, 2 blueprints. He's at 62 functionally. Or no, 61. I can't math. That's why I banned it. No, I mean, what?
Banning math? Crazy.
Well, there's a 3rd blueprint, so he's at 62. He might dump and press his luck on upper aisles. That'd be a little crazy. Like Spike is trying to do now. I mean, you're not getting 10 GBs up here, Spike, but he's at 55 up here. Or he goes to 51 plus 5 blueprints of 56. Any aisles checks he can get his hands on. 57. Meanwhile, Barry's got some easy checks here.
Yeah, he's probably gonna gamble on the one.
Oh, but if Barry goes all in on upper aisles, there's 2 GBs up there, so that would put him very close, 1 off. More fast aisles checks. Uh-oh, the fairy gets away.
Wow.
But Spike corrals it expertly.
These guys have been on top of their fairy game today.
Well done, well done. Is he gonna dump to 58 and then go into Japes? That'd be kind of crazy. Barry, though, is probably not going into Japes ever. It'd be only like a desperation play. He's got, like, lobbies to check instead. How's your bingo card looking? Mine's struggling.
I do have a bingo.
Nice card.
I was holding out for a second one, but I don't think it's happening.
Yeah, you can't get greedy with bingo cards. You get the one, you gotta be like, take those. I got 2 the other day, and I was like, yes. It's getting paid back now.
Yeah.
Unlucky.
Yeah, we've been talking about bingo a lot. Yeah, that's just been a thing that people have been doing for the restreams. Is who was it? I think Nothing just made his bingo card site where he's using this to just generate a bunch of bingo cards for every restream.
Yeah, just run on down to the Discord.
Yep. It is discord.dk64randomizer.com, folks.
The off-topic channel has a little thread on all our bingo shenanigans. 64 GBs for Barry. He's off to the races. He's headed to Helm. And if you're going into Helm at 113, you gotta be feeling pretty good about it. But this seat has been feeling fast for a while. It's been feeling really fast since like the 45-minute mark. So you might be like, all right.
Yeah.
All right. Actually, maybe even sooner, but you gotta be like, all right, well, best I can do is just go. Go, go, go. Don't think about the things you did in factory that were completely worthless. But
Yo, Jungle Japes in Jungle Japes.
Yes,
Let's go.
Yes, I mean, Jungle Japes it's kind of a heater.
It is.
We know our last K rule phase is DK. Because of the way the path hints played out, diving would have been on the path to both Lanky and Tiny phase. So it kind of has to be DK. Just as simple as that. Endgame of the seed. Run through Helm for a bit. Enjoy. Spike will not be far behind, clearing as much density as he can in Japes as quickly as possible to get the 64.
This Japes. It's crazy that, like, this is, like, a Japes dip is, like, actually, like, really detrimental right now.
Well, it would have been a lot better if Japes wasn't 58, right? If it was like 50,
I mean, yeah.
If it were any number like closer to like 50, then Spike would have just like rolled in here, started clearing Japes, and it would have been fine. It would have been closer, but I think Barry still has the edge.
Yeah. But like Spike rolled both a fairy and a metal on his first early check, so he's kind of in for the long haul here.
Yeah, that's the problem with checks. They're just that, just checks. Sometimes they just don't turn up. Sometimes they just keep giving you. Sometimes they just keep giving you freaking banana medals. Could you not?
Yep.
Golden bananas. Pineapple launcher.
Really?
I don't need that. Stop it.
What's all this doing here?
Oh my god. Throw me a bone. Yeah, definitely a back and forth race, but Barrie grabbed the initiative by grabbing diving first and then just pressed on and just kept making good decisions. Made the critical decision to go check the owl tree for barrels. They both did, but Barrie did it first, and that made the difference. Pick up Tiny in castle off the boss, and just never slowed down from there. Everything was smooth sailing once you picked up Tiny. Gotta keep your route clean, and you'll be through Helm in like an hour 20.
Yeah. Whenever I see this minigame that Barrie just finished, I have the like sudden urge to want to open that box. Has anyone ever actually ground pounded that box to like see if it like even opens?
I did not like register that there's actually like a box there.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Like every time I do it, I always see it, but it's like this minigame is so fast. Like I don't want to waste time doing it.
The
But
forbidden box.
yeah, I really want to see what's in it. Next time I'm up on Restream, you know it. Just throw me a bone and open that for me.
Gotta have a look at the box. What's in the box?
And that is Helm done for Barrie.
In an hour 17. Holy moly.
Yeah, Spike is an entire Helm behind.
I mean, he's running through into Helm at 117. He's like, yep, I'm feeling fast. But oh, he's doing a cheeky little backflip up.
That's actually just showing off.
Yeah, he's been cooking. He knows his platforming, that's for sure. He's got all the little techs.
You could make a case for like actual strategic value for all the other stuff that he's done so far, but that one's just actually showing off.
It's definitely faster, right?
I mean, it is.
It's gotta be.
What? 3 seconds? I mean, Spike probably doesn't know it, but he's going to need every second he needs, or he can get.
Well done.
All right, then we do indeed have a pinted DK rule.
Huzzah. As foretold by the starting moveset.
I mean, yeah. If you start with Blast, I just feel like
I can't
just have to have.
I can't take credit for it. That'd be a little bit much. I might do it anyway, but like it's a little much.
Yeah. And it's DK down. DK rule phase down.
Man, I had a square on my board that's path hint to all 3 K rule phases. That's messed up. One of them didn't even have a hint. Like, not even, like, I know that the square is expecting you to have 1 hint on the path to all 3, but we didn't even get all 3 having any. One of them didn't get any hints. Like, this is outrageous. This is unfair.
Same.
I demand a rebate on my bingo card. Unbelievable. I want to turn in my, what is that, 8 squares checked for a new one? It's rough out here. Oh, wait, maybe not. Wait. Yeah, we threw a boulder once. No, we picked up a boulder once. 9 squares, 9 squares. We didn't even find spring for all pad moves. Oh, my God.
Spike, open the box. Open the box.
Oh, it's like on a pedestal. Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking like one of those like large, like punchable sized crates on the side. No.
It's just there.
Well, now I can't unsee it. You're right.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Welcome to bonus stage.
It probably doesn't open, but I want to know what's in it too.
But it's like, I don't care enough to generate my own seed just to try.
That's like, it might be a little bit unhinged to like check just for that, but like, but what's in the forbidden box? The people gotta know.
Thank you for the backflip, Barrie.
Here we go. And I guess Diddy phase is last. I think. Am I crazy?
This is like
Yeah, okay.
yeah, pretty fast K roll.
Yeah, I mean, no tiny phase. It goes fast. Lanky phase is like not as. It's more cutscene than anything else.
Like,
but it's not a short phase. It's not a long phase either.
Lanky is, I think, has the most the most execution focused.
It's more timing. I think Diddy's is higher execution, but Lanky's is more about just getting timings and cycles right.
True.
Your movement matters, precision matters, because missing cycles is so annoying.
Yeah.
But
it's like if you don't know how to do Lanky phase, you lose a lot.
Diddy's is simultaneously really precise and not precise at all, because like those peanuts just kind of like phase through the light like half the time anyway.
No!
So.
Barry got the thing. If you like hit K. Rool on the right phrase or like the right time, you'll just like start moving immediately.
No. Interesting. Like a phase in a cycle or something? I mean, that's exactly what he needed to finish the seed off with a 121.14, taking first place and advancing into the bracket. Here we go. GG's. We'll see if we can go run these guys down. Hunt these guys down and drag them in for an interview. We got Barry now. Hello, how you doing?
Mornin.
Howdy.
We're gonna grab Spike as well. Spike was just finishing up his K Rool, but top of the morning to you, Spike. How you doing?
On.
Rare actual morning?
Yeah.
No, I started at midday actually, so not quite.
I don't know how time zones work. I hate time zones, so.
Oh man.
Quite the scene.
Yeah. That was quite something. A little bit jetty, but except for that barrels. That barrels was a little bit weird spot, but
You both actually,
you
both sniffed out that barrels like really fast.
Maybe you both did. I think. Well, it kind of helped that the owl tree kind of made sense. It's just like the most dense area you hadn't run to yet, and you both saw the barrels required boss and was like, oh my god, it's not in castle, so where do I go? And you both immediately ran straight to it, basically.
Oh yeah.
That was definitely the trickiest part of the seed. And because you both hit it, you were both kind of like keeping pace with each other. But Barry just had the initiative from the jump. I think the big difference was seeing the clear vial on the levers, and then committing to, I'm going to lead as soon as I got this grab to go get whatever that vial is.
Oh, okay.
You pick up diving, and then you get a better clear of Galleon, and then I think that carried the rest of the way. It's definitely tough to say, but it's one of those where GB routing is so all over the place that it's like really hard to tell where time is gained and lost. I had a tough time to. We're sitting in the middle of the caves, and we're like, yeah, Barry's definitely in the lead, but why? And that was the only difference I could think of.
Yeah, so at the beginning of the seed, we had like a whole bunch of key 7s, and only key 7, only Diddy and key 7.
That's very
Like, I
concerning.
thought it would be like a super gigapath to key 7 the whole entire seed. So I was trying to do like a lot of out of logic checks, like the Lanky Mausoleum. I got Feather from the Tiny Temple. Yeah.
The Great Dive.
And then diving was also on that path too. That's like so much for just key 7.
It's a sneaky P7 path, that's for sure, but you kind of knew that once you find grab is hinted and you're like, oh, it has to be for something, and you see what the grab item is, it's like, oh, well, this isn't exactly not exactly a difficult decision at that point.
Yeah, the early game, it was very hard to actually gauge what the seed wanted you to actually do. Like, I didn't peek the white vial, but I knew diving was there. But I was like, alright, I just want to go find barrels, because it didn't piece together where key 7 was for a little bit. So that's kind of why I did the seal race. That was not fun.
Oh, I did that. I did the same. So.
You both got caught by the seal race, yep.
GG's, by the way, Spike.
There you go.
GG's. I don't even feel like I played bad as well. Barry just played really good.
It's just a fast seed, and sometimes the fast seed is just kind of it's tough to tell. It's tough to tell. Might need a detailed watch back to see where things came and went there.
Yeah, you did lose a lot of time at the end there, Spike, with that like kind of bad Jape stip. That was you like got like 3 medals and like a potion before actually getting the GBs you needed. That was pretty
Yeah,
Pretty well.
I started watching the restream back when we were in caves, and it was like, all right, we both were basically doing the same thing at the same time. And then I saw Barry's GB count. I was like, okay. I had 50 and he had 58. I see the issue here.
It's a really awkward position, too, because you're like, all right, I want to go run into Japes, and then you run into Japes, and you're like, 58? If that were a 50 Japes, I think it would have been a lot closer.
Oh yeah. It was rough.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't expecting to get much there. I was like, I only needed 6 GBs. There's a bunch of Kasplats, free items. That should be fine, right? Metal, pineapple, melon.
Yeah. And I think Barry had checked the Japes total before you.
Yeah,
so.
I was just about to say, every time when I have grape and like need to look for grape and do the crime mile check, I would always peek what level lobby 7 is.
Yeah.
Because it just makes sense. It's just right there. And then knowing that that's 58, then I was like, I had after factory, I decided to blueprint dump just in case if caves was like really high. It ended up really not being that high, but I still think that blueprint dumping there was definitely a good
Yeah, neither of us caught what the actual count was for Japes when you checked it, Barry. But then, like, seeing it again on Spike's end, like, and just, like, getting, like, gated off by that was, like, really rough.
What was really funny is I saw there was an 8 in the second slot, but that's not the important number. So that didn't help.
Yeah.
Quite the race. Certainly a speedy one. They put up a very respectable quick time. And survives into the bracket to go get Charles Jarls.
Oh no.
An absolute beast.
Oh boy.
Losers.
He just got the world record, dude.
Did he really? Oh lord.
So what did he get?
Well, that's terrifying.
You want to know? Or?
No.
Oh jeez.
It's over 24 hours, isn't it? I'm pretty sure.
You drop like a 106 or something?
He got a 109.02.
109. Oh wow.
Jeez.
We keep breaching milestones.
Everybody in that race too. Like the next one was like 116. Yeah.
Eesh.
That's ridiculous.
Well,
I would have thought that people late in the tournament are good. They finish with fast.
people still floating around. Turns out they got hands, and you gotta go up against them in for top 6 loser side. Oh boy.
And I've beaten him a couple times before.
It could be done.
You know, it can be done. Any seed.
I mean, hey, he's in losers too, and if he bleeds.
Wow. Well, good show here, folks. I closed my bingo board without screenshotting it first.
That's right. You're recorded for all posterity as having 20 bingos. It's fine.
I hope no one on the bingo card had checking hints at the same time, because I might have ruined that early on.
We need to have a heart-to-heart. We need to have a heart-to-heart at some point, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Look, 7 GB levels 2 and 11 GB level 3. What's the point in checking my hints?
I'm telling you, man. If you had seen your hints, you would have routed force differently. But I'm just my 2 cents. Just my 2 cents.
Interesting.
You ever heard of the butterfly effect, man?
A humble suggestion. I don't know. Whatever. I'm not mad.
That's all good. I do appreciate the advice from the checks bracket 17.
I am kicking you from this call. We're done here. All right, great.
Low blow, man.
And also, you best be careful because the man that beat me beat you. So slow your roll, kid. We need thug finals for this bracket spot.
Maybe.
I was working on a meme while like in between the 20 minutes. I just sent it on the discussion.
Yo, live meme reaction.
Son of a gun. They've gone and done it, haven't they?
Dude, it's crazy.
I mean,
I
hey,
didn't think I would get this far after getting out the first round.
you lose in the first round and just keep going. I mean, you got weekly matches, just boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Whatever works. Survive and advance to the next round. We'll see you in the next round versus Charles. That'll be fun. We'll try and put that one on this channel. DK64 Speedruns. You want to be here. You want to be following this channel and catching all the action going on here. If you're watching on YouTube, shout out to YouTube people. Like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. There will be more action coming your way. There's so much tournament action. It's unbelievable. I mean, you probably could tell, like our drip feed of 1 seed a week has just turned into an avalanche of just seed after seed after seed after seed as we get all these restream matches. Good times.
Yes, sir.
It's pretty great. But I believe that will do it for us this evening. Thanks for watching. A little bit of wrap for us. I'll send you off this evening. I've been Larock on the mic, joined by Schwartz Gandhi. And you've been watching Barrie and Spike. Make sure you follow them too. They're kind of beasts.
Yep. Follow them. Join the Discord. Music good, by the way.
I forgot to mention the Discord. I missed the one thing in the spiel. You got me. It's over.
Yeah.
Well played. We'll catch you on the next one, which will be soon-ish. Probably Tuesday, I think.
Yep.
Woohoo. See ya.
Later, folks.
Morning.
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 Morning.